Good evening. I'd like to call the May 8th meeting of the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Indian Head Park. Clerk, can we have roll call, please?
Trustee Christina Saldana.
Here.
Trustee Charlie Eck.
Here.
Trustee Brenda O'Loughlin.
Here.
Trustee Eileen Donnersberger.
Here.
Trustee Daniel Svetka. Trustee James Gazis.
Here.
And President Amy Jo Wittenberg.
Here. Can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We have a very exciting meeting and also somewhat sad meeting this evening because we are going to be saying goodbye to a longstanding village trustee, Brenda O'Loughlin. This is her last meeting. And we're going to have just a couple of minutes of comments, and if you just bear with us, and then we'll have the swearing in of our police officers. So before we get started, Brenda, I know you wanted to say a couple words.
I do, thank you. So good evening, everyone. Tonight is a very special and emotional moment for me. As I reflect upon the past 12 years serving as a trustee of Indian Head Park, 13 years ago when I was first approached to consider running for trustee, my family and I had just experienced the unimaginable loss of our daughter, Kelly Joy. It was an incredibly challenging and painful time for us. Yet amidst the darkness, the community of Indian Head Park embraced us with extraordinary kindness, support, and compassion. It took just a few days to realize that giving back to this community, which had so generously supported us, was the right thing to do. I made a commitment then not only to serve, but to do so without accepting a salary, to ensure that my service would always remain about giving back. Throughout these past 12 years, my focus has consistently been on listening, learning, and making decisions with the best interests of our community at heart. It has truly been an honor to serve alongside such dedicated and thoughtful individuals, the trustees and mayors who have worked tirelessly for our village, along with our village attorney, village administrator, department heads, and staff. Tonight, I want to express my deepest gratitude to each one of you, my colleagues, peers, and friends who have made this journey rewarding and fulfilling. Together, I genuinely believe we have made Indian Head Park a better place than when we started. As I step away from my role, I do so with immense pride and gratitude for having had the opportunity to serve. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart for your support, your partnership, and your friendship. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. Tonight, we honor Brenda O'Loughlin for her remarkable 12 years of service as a trustee of the Village of Indian Head Park. Brenda has worked tirelessly for our village, dedicating herself to the Police Committee, Finance Committee, Garden Committee, the Fund Committee, and as our representative to CSPAR. Her commitment and care have touched every corner of our community. As you so ably stated tonight, you have consistently been listening, learning, and making decisions with the best interests of our community at heart. I believe you leave a lasting legacy in our community as it relates to our stable financial condition, bringing us together with our community garden and holiday events, and making sure our police department has what it needs to serve and protect our community. Your absence will leave a real void. But we know your heart for service continues, especially through your work with the Kelly J. O'Loughlin Memorial Foundation. You have transformed a horrible, indescribable personal tragedy into a beacon of hope and kindness for so many. Your strength and dedication have inspired us all and left a lasting legacy in Indian Head Park and the surrounding communities. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you for your unwavering service, your compassion, and your leadership. We wish you the very best in all the meaningful work that lies ahead. On behalf of the Indian Head Park President and Board of Trustees, we have made a donation to the Kelly J. O'Loughlin Memorial Fund golf outing to sponsor a hole on behalf of our board. And I also would like to present you with the shadow box that honors your service and dedication to our community.
Can I just add?
Sure, if anybody has anything else to say, I do have a formal proclamation. So would anybody wants to make comments, please do so right now.
Okay. I just want to say that not only have you contributed to the community and to our village, Brenda, but you've contributed to the members of this board. You have a quiet leadership quality that you never get upset, but you stick to your guns and you've done your research and you're just respectful of everybody. And I appreciate that and I hope to learn from that. And I'm going to miss you. We're all going to miss you.
I'd like to read the formal proclamation from the Village of Indian Head Park, honoring trustee Brenda O'Loughlin for her service to the community. Whereas Brenda O'Loughlin has served the Village of Indian Head Park with honor and distinction as a trustee since May 9th, 2013, bringing over a decade of steadfast leadership, compassionate advocacy, and civic dedication to the role. And whereas throughout her tenure, trustee O'Loughlin has been a committed steward of the public interest, known for her thoughtful decision-making, attention to detail, and unwavering focus on the long-term well-being of the village. And whereas she has diligently served on the Police Committee, Finance Committee, and the Tree and Landscaping Commission, demonstrating her deep concern for public safety, financial integrity, and the preservation of the village's natural beauty. And whereas trustee O'Loughlin has consistently elevated the values of transparency, accountability, and collaboration in village governments, encouraging respectful dialogue and responsible planning in all areas of municipal life. And whereas her work extends beyond her elected service through her continued commitment to the community enrichment and youth development via the Kelly J. O'Loughlin Foundation, which she co-founded with her husband, John, in honor of their daughter, reflecting her enduring belief in creating opportunities for others and making a lasting positive impact. And whereas Brenda O'Loughlin leaves a legacy marked by quiet determination, grace under pressure, and a resolute commitment to making Indian Head Park a safer, stronger, and more vibrant place to live. Now, therefore, be it proclaimed by the President and Board of Trustees of the Village of Indian Head Park that we extend our deepest gratitude to trustee Brenda O'Loughlin for her outstanding leadership, service, and enduring contributions to the community. Let this proclamation stand as a symbol of the village's appreciation and respect, and may her example continue to inspire future generations of civic leaders. So thank you. This is signed by all of the trustees, and we will give you a copy of it, and we appreciate your service, and we appreciate your friendship, and we will miss you very much.
Yeah.
You're here.
Thank you. Now we will move on to the swearing in of 3 new police officers in the Village of Indian Head Park.
Everybody up. I also want to say that with Brenda, she's been supportive. Everything we need, she's gotten for us. Therefore, as one of her last official acts, she is going to swear in our officers for us, and it's quite an honor, guys, to have her do this, because she gave 12 years of her life to dedicated service.
First one I'm going to be swearing in is Paulina.
Paul has had a long storied career. He started out with police departments in Illinois. He then went down to the sheriff's office in Georgia. He just came back to Illinois to be with his grandchildren. We're lucky to have him. He's experienced, he's seasoned, he's already a training officer, and he just transitioned from part-time to full-time. Follow him.
I, Paul Amos,
I, Paul Amos,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of a police officer
the duties of a police officer
for the Village of Indian Head Park
for the Village of Indian Head Park
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Say anything? It's up to you.
Thank y'all for accepting me and thank y'all for that.
Thank you.
Bradley Foster. Bradley comes to us from Wisconsin. He was an EMT, which is a pipe running the fire department. He finally saw the light, became a police. And I told him I wasn't gonna do this to him, but he moved here for love. That's why.
Yeah.
I, Bradley Foster,
I, Bradley Foster,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of a police officer
that I will faithfully discharge the duties of a police officer
for the Village of Indian Head Park
for the Village of Indian Head
to
Park
the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability. It's been a lifelong dream of mine to become a police officer, so I'm very honored to be given this opportunity in the Village of Indian Head Park. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you.
You picked the best place in the world.
Isaiah comes to us, he's born and raised in the south suburbs, he lives there now, so we have a lot in common. He also has a lot in common with Commander Gardner, who grew up in the same area. He's also in the Army Reserves now, so he served his country. He's still currently in the Army Reserves, and Isaiah's gonna be a great addition to the department.
I, Isaiah Willis,
I, Isaiah Willis,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
that I will support the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge
that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of a police officer
the duties of a police officer
for the Village of Indian Head Park
for the Village of Indian Head Park
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Chief, do you,
Take the opportunity.
how do I certify the election? Is it, is that Andres? Oh, this? Oh, I guess I didn't see that. We are now moving on to item C, acceptance of election results. The April 2025 consolidated election results have been certified by the Cook County Clerk, confirming the election of Charles Eck, Anthony Iannaco, and Eileen Murphy Donnersberger to the Village Board. We will now formally swear in our elected trustees and thank them for their willingness to serve our community. Can I please have a motion to accept those election results, please?
I move to accept the results as published by the Cook County Clerk.
I'll second it.
And do we need all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That motion has passed. Would we like to start with Mr. Eck, Trustee Eck? And I'd like to also thank Judge David Donnersberger for swearing in our trustees this evening. He is a retired judge from Cook County, Chancery Judge, where he ably served our community for many years.
I would like to thank the mayor opportunity to say formal goodbye to this wonderful trustee who's done so much for the community. Thank you. You've been elected to serve this community for your second time. And as you know, sometimes you're going to agree with people. Sometimes you're going to disagree with other trustees, but the big thing is to always do, as they used to tell us when we were assistant state's attorneys, do the right thing. And knowing you, Charlie, I know you will do the right thing. So if you repeat after me, I, Charles
Eck,
having been elected to the office of trustee
having been elected to the office of trustee
in the village of Indian Head Park
in the village of Indian Head Park
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
do solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution
I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois,
and the Constitution in the state of Illinois,
so that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of trustee
I will faithfully discharge the duties of trustee.
I know you'll do,
Yes, thank you.
according to the best of my ability.
According to the best of my ability. Thank you.
Congratulations. Am I standing in your way?
Oh, no, you're fine. Eileen, would you like to come? You're great. You're fine. You're doing great.
Hello? I'm sure I can pronounce your name. Raise your right hand. I, Eileen Murphy Donnersberger,
I, Eileen Murphy Donnersberger,
having been elected
having been elected
to the office of trustee
to the office of trustee
in the village of Indian Head Park
in the village of Indian Head Park
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support
that I will support
the Constitution of the state of Illinois
the Constitution of the state of Illinois
and the Constitution of the United States of America,
and the Constitution of the United States of America,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of trustee
the duties of the office of trustee
to the best of my
to
ability.
the best of my ability.
I didn't get one of those.
Anthony Iannacco, please.
I, Anthony Iannacco,
Anthony Iannacco,
having been elected to the office of trustee
having been elected to the office of trustee
in the village of Indian Head Park
in the village of Indian Head Park
in the county of Cook,
in the county of Cook,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and the Constitution of the state of Illinois,
and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of trustee
and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of trustee
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
You got all that?
Amy, I would
Yes,
go
ma'am.
back to the website with her afterwards.
Yes. Anybody's welcome, too.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to make
Yes.
sure.
Yes. If you would, those that were here for the swearing in, if you'd like to leave, that's fine with us. We won't take any offense to that.
Wow, you guys got a slide going too? I love it.
I don't get one?
Bye-bye now. You want me to stop making you?
No, it's all right.
I just put the whole package into AI and that's for it.
I don't need one.
Charlie, nice to meet you and welcome aboard.
Thank you. Welcome. Take care. Nice to meet you.
See you again. Good to see you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for everything.
The line and everything goes to the computer, they're saying that it's a yeah, yeah. So now we gotta get, so now we gotta get a, electrician to come out.
Guys, got to finish up. We can do this later.
Baby, what did you say to everybody? No tomatoes. No tomatoes from the audience.
All right, moving right along. Where's Gavin? It's okay. Can we move along without Gavin being here? Oh, there you are. I didn't know if you were having a nature break or something. All righty. Moving right along, can I please have a motion to present the consent agenda, to approve the consent agenda, excuse me?
I move to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
And is there any questions or comments on the consent agenda items? A through F, as I see. Yeah. Any questions? Hearing none, can we have a roll call vote, please? Oh, we need a financial report, don't
Yep.
we? You didn't remind me.
I was about to.
Okay.
The financial summary for the month ending April 2025. Cash on hand at the end of March 31st, 2025 was $3,736,308.74. Payments for April of 2025 were $539,923.90. Our total revenue for April of 2025 was $374,055.37, resulting in an ending bank balance at April 30th of 2025 of $3,570,440.21. That's the financial report.
Thank you. Can we get a roll call vote for the consent agenda, please?
Trustee Iannacco.
Aye.
Trustee Saldana.
Aye.
Trustee Eck.
Aye.
Trustee Donnersberger.
Aye.
Trustee Gazzas.
Aye.
6-0, the motion carries.
Great, thank you. Moving on to new business, can I please get? 5-0.
Shouldn't be 6 though. There's 7 of you. No, you're right.
There's
Sorry.
6.
My math's
Yeah,
bad.
not me, sorry. Yeah,
I know. Going off the rail.
yeah. I'll tell them why. All righty, we're moving on to new business, and we do have a change to the agenda this evening. We have some further refinements we are making to our tree preservation ordinance that came a little bit late. So we'd like to defer to the next meeting per our village administrator.
I move to defer item IA, the ordinance 2025-05, amending the tree preservation ordinance to the next meeting.
I second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That motion has passed. Thank you. Item B, can I have a motion, please?
Move Resolution 2025-14, approving task order number 2502 for chemical feed system upgrades for approval.
I'll second that one, too.
Gavin?
This resolution authorizes Strand Associates, our engineers for the village, to proceed with design and permitting to convert our chlorine gas system to a safer liquid feed system, improving both operational safety and regulatory compliance. This project is included in our capital budget for this year at a total cost of $150,000. The budgeted amount includes the design and oversight work of our engineers, which is being considered tonight. Completing the work on the pump house is one of our 2025 priorities for the Public Works Department. And Joe could speak to any specific questions you have about the project, about this part of the project, and how it fits in with our program for the pump house overall.
Any questions? Anybody have a question about the feed system for Public Works?
Now, is this just a clarification? Is this for the chlorine? Or includes the chlorine?
Yes.
Okay.
And we're doing this now because?
Because the way it's set up right now, we need to get it compliant with the IEPA. It's okay as is, it's not unsafe or anything like that, but the way we're running the system right now isn't compliant with the IEPA. So now's the time to switch over to liquid while we have the opportunity.
Any other questions while we entertain this motion? Hearing none, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Iannacco?
Aye.
Trustee Saldana?
Aye.
Trustee Eck?
Aye.
Trustee Donnersberger?
Aye.
Trustee Gazzas?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Moving right along to item C, can we have a motion, please?
I move approval of Resolution 2025-15, approving an engagement letter with SB Friedman for consulting services.
I'll second it.
Gavin, is this yours, or?
I'll start. and
Okay.
Introduce it. This resolution approves an agreement with SB Friedman to begin feasibility and planning work for possible TIF, tax increment financing, and business development districts in the Triangle area at Wolf and Joliet, which supports our long-term economic development goals for the village. Staff will develop an action plan with specified dates and milestones and provide the Economic Development Committee and the board with regular reports. Engaging an economic development consultant and determining the best use of the Triangle property are two of our top priorities for 2025.
And I just want to add to that, that their submission was reviewed by the Business Development Committee, and it was stellar, actually. They've got extensive experience and knowledge in the field, and we're looking forward to working with them.
I have a question. What is the timeline? When do we expect to have a recommendation?
Do you want to speak to that, Anders, please?
Yeah, so if you look at their engagement letter, actually it's on board packet 68, they do speak about the timeline, what they'll have. So it's about 45 to 60 days to conduct the eligibility research and determine whether or not it is eligible, because that is the first kind of step in the process before going forward. After that, to get the documentation ready, to get the ordinances approved and to do all that work, usually it's between 90 and 150 days. So really, if we were moving at light speed, you're talking 3 months. If we're probably moving at a bit more regular speed, we're looking probably 4 or 5 not fully 6 months.
The develop,
Well, yeah, what is our possibility? I mean, what do you foresee?
I have asked staff for a timeline, and that is being developed,
Okay.
and we will share that with you.
Looks like this was the only firm that did submit
Yep.
To the request for an RFP. I just, in looking through it, $64,000. I don't know if it's low or high or whatever, but the number did stand out to me as substantial. Given that, other engagements that we've had, we've allocated $50,000 for comprehensive plan and planning and zoning and that for the commission. And Eileen, maybe you know, or Gavin, you know, or maybe we don't know. We're a small municipality. It's a tiny little project. 64,000, does that seem, in your experience, to be within the range of money we should be allocating to this type of work?
Yes, and I would say as we go through the phases of the project, it may get shorter if we, discover, for example, if it becomes clear early on that this is not going to be eligible to be a TIF district or a business development district, we would stop the project at that point.
Got it.
But, it depends on how much work they do. But yes, it is reasonable for the amount of work, the scope of work that we're hoping to get out of this project.
and although they were the only submission, they are really outstanding in their field.
The hourly rates also compare competitively, and to Gavin's point, if it doesn't pass the first process, we only pay for what we've spent with them time-wise, because it may not qualify. There's a possibility that may not qualify. So if that's the case, the hourly, the amount of hours that we will be billed will be probably in the 20-some thousand dollar range or more.
It'd be about 30 some odd. It'd be
30 some.
right about half. And that's because I did it for the Economic Development Committee, and I'm sorry I don't have the numbers in front of me at the moment, but it's about half. And that would be if we get to full eligibility and it comes back with all the information that says this isn't going to qualify, and that would be what the village is out. On the other hand, if it does qualify, and if the village eventually does put these both in, these costs are reimbursable through both the TIF and/or the business district with that as part of it. So
we ultimately get it back. And I think one of the points that the Economic Development Committee made during the discussions was, it's like, if we're going to do anything, and I think the community really wants something to be different, we have to spend money on doing this. And I think in the past, that's maybe what we hesitated, and I think it's either now or never. We need to do it, we need to see and follow through. And yes, there is a risk of it not qualifying, but I think we all felt, and the Economic Development Committee felt, it was important to take this step.
Thank you. Everyone?
I did mention that this is one of our priorities for 2025, but looking back at the record, it's been a village priority since,
2015, probably.
well, going at least 20 years.
2001, I was
think
researching
2001
something
is
else in the minutes,
same.
and actually I was researching Heritage Center stuff in the minutes, and in the 2001, when they were discussing the purchasing of the Heritage Center, it goes into that and saying the triangle development is one of our top priorities in the village, so it's always been a key priority.
So this will sort of give us the test to see where we go with it, at least with the board we have here and with our consultant, that we feel pretty confident in. Alrighty, if there are no more questions on that, can we have a roll call vote, please? Unless do you have anything else to share, Andres, at all? I didn't want to cut you off.
No, that pretty much summed everything up.
Okay.
Thank you.
So hearing there are no other questions, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Iannacco,
Aye.
Trustee Saldana,
Aye.
Trustee Eck,
Aye.
Trustee Donnersberger,
Aye.
Trustee Gazzis.
Aye.
5-0, the motion carries.
Thanks.
Moving right along to the next resolution.
I move that we pass Resolution 2025-16, authorizing the purchase of a new police cruiser for a cost of $70,000.
Second.
This resolution authorizes the purchase of a new police cruiser to replace an aging vehicle in the fleet, ensuring our officers have reliable and safe transportation in the field. This resolution allows us to act quickly once we find the right vehicle for the right price. In the event we do find that vehicle, I'll get authorization from the president, the village president, or the trustee in charge of finance, which currently is Trustee Eck. And then we'll move forward with the purchase. We will bring that back to the board for ratification. This is something we did for the 2 police covert vehicles recently, so it just allows us the flexibility when we do find the vehicle to go ahead and purchase it instead of waiting for the next board meeting to purchase it.
Hey, Gavin, real quick, that 70,000, is that completely fitted out, or is that just the cost of the vehicle?
Chief?
Everything?
Vehicle, Sutton Ford has the state contract, so I've been in contact with them. They believe that the vehicle is a 2025, but they don't have, I got to get in line to get one. That's why it's so urgent that we try to, get authorization to purchase it. 2025s, they're buying up everyone that they can get, because 2026, they don't know what they're going to cost because of the tariffs and different things, and they don't know what availability there'll be. So I have to meet at Sutton Ford on Tuesday, see if I can put an order in, but that'll be, the price for the police package is $49,500. We allow a little wiggle room with the outfitting because we did get a bill for approximately $12,000 prior to our being here that I don't think was expected. But anyway, so we put this into the budget as well. So it'll be less, I anticipate to be less than 70, but we just gave ourselves a little bit of a room there.
Thank you.
Alrighty, any other questions on the police cruiser purchase? Hearing none, can we have a roll call vote, please?
Trustee Iannacco?
Aye.
Trustee Saldana?
Aye.
Trustee Eck?
Aye.
Trustee Donnersberger?
Aye.
Trustee Gazzis?
Aye.
5-0, the motion carries.
We are now at the time where any public comments from either, has anybody submitted any online or in email? No? Okay. Anybody out there want to make a comment? All righty. Hearing no public comments, we will now move on to reports. Trustees, Trustee Gazzis.
No report.
Trustee Donnersberger.
We already talked about economic development. In terms of the Heritage Committee, we're excited to know that I went away for a few days. I came back and the Heritage Center's gone. So it looks beautiful and clean. Gavin and Andres got the survey out, and as of May 5th, we had 267 responses, which I think is a record. Have we gotten any more?
Yes. We're approaching 300.
Oh, my God. So, as Gavin said, it was a good idea to put the bulldozer out there, got everybody's attention. But it's interesting, some of the responses. We've got tremendous responses, I think, a lot of good ideas. What seems to be at the top of the list is social and recreation exercise. And in terms of detriments or worries that the residents have, parking and traffic are. So the committee will take all that into consideration. We're going to meet soon. And the Economic Development Committee is meeting Tuesday, I believe, right? Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for that. Trustee Eck, do you have a report this evening?
Just a repeat of what we said last month, and that was that we are holding off any meetings in May for Finance and Public Works. We'll be meeting the first full week in June for both of those 2 committees. And again, the public is invited should they wish to join us. Thank you.
Trustee Saldana?
I don't have a report regarding the village, but I would like to amplify that the residents of Indian Head Park should take advantage of the different events that are happening at the township. They do actually offer great talks, and they teach people about many, many different things. They have several coming up, and one of them is from the Cook County Clerk. So it's called Property After Death, and I know that someone was asking about it to have it here, but it's more appropriate in a bigger room over there. and people can learn about how to transfer their home, their car, their bank account to their loved ones without having to go through probate. And it's coming up in June 11. But if the village could just repeat that in their social media, will be very helpful.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
And we've had several, I think I said this before, residents in Indian Head Park die, unfortunately, with nobody stated on their, for their assets to be, they didn't go to probate, and it's a very difficult process when you do not have your details handled at end of life.
Yeah.
So we've had that happen a couple of times. So please, if you know anyone or you think you should go to this class, please do so.
It's in June 11.
And we will make sure that gets on social media.
Thank you.
Anthony, do you have anything to share with us?
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Brenda. Appreciate it.
The one thing that I wanted to tell everyone is we had a really nice Easter egg hunt. I would like to thank Brenda and all of the fun committee that worked so hard to spread over 5,000 eggs and several hundred people. Thank you, Chief, for helping us with the event, and everybody that was out there to help us support the community. It was a great event, and even though we had a little rain in the morning, it still didn't hurt the attendance of the event, so thank you.
The minutes noted 5,000 eggs, but I thought the presentation, you were saying there were 6,000 eggs?
Oh, maybe it's 6,000, yes. 6,000. Yeah.
A minute. They lasted 1 minute.
Yes.
It was really nicely done. I mean, just even the way it was sectioned off per age, it
Yeah,
was very nice.
and
Chief,
thank you,
great
Public.
job.
Public Works did a great job, so please let
really well
Brian
done.
and the team know how great it was this year, so thank you. All righty, Village Clerk, do you have anything to report this evening?
Just a short report, couple announcements. Everyone should have received their vehicle sticker renewal letters in the mail. If they haven't, we can still come in. We can go and renew it for you online. Otherwise, if you have received it, you can pay for it online. If you do pay for it online, you'll get it in the mail in about a week. If you don't if you want to walk in, and we can then take it and put it through right there for you. Otherwise, it is currently permit season. I don't have a building report for you in front of you. I'm sorry, because we have a lot of permits coming in and going through. So just to the public, if you think you might be doing some work and you wonder if it needs a permit, feel free to call us. I would much rather you call me and I tell you that you don't need a permit than get called for a stop work order, which has happened unfortunately a couple times already this year. They're really quick, easy cleans up, but just please call that. Otherwise, I don't have anything else. Thank you.
I have a question. Have many people taken advantage of the online payment?
Yeah, I don't have the numbers in front of me at the moment.
No, I'm
but
just curious.
yeah, last I looked, it actually started out more people came in to pay, but then last I looked, it tipped over to about 60-40, or most people paying online for it. So with 2,400 vehicle stickers out there, that's very helpful for us.
Thank you. And can we please, Treasurer, do you have anything to say, or are you?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Village Attorney?
I usually don't say anything, and it usually says no report in all of the minutes, so I just wanted to say what an honor it was to work with you, Brenda. 2 words, class and grace, personify you, so thanks for everything, and you're an example to us all.
Thank you, Pat. Village Administrator?
Yes, Your Honor. I just want to remind or let the public know that this board will be meeting as the Committee of the Whole on May 22nd at 7 p.m. to discuss a number of issues across the village, including status reports on many of the department's priorities. One of our priorities that President Wittenberg and I have been working on is grants. Some of the status on some of the grants that I've been talking about lately that we have already received We recently received about $250,000 in reimbursement for the Wolf Road Phase 1 engineering project and $84,000 for Acacia Drive, and that closes out what we will receive for Acacia Drive from IDOT. That was a program that was shared 70% IDOT and 30% the village. So we are settling that and getting all the numbers straight on that, and that will be reflected in next year's audit. We submitted a report for the $500,000 in ARPA money that we received several years ago. So we will not have to return any of those funds, which is a good thing. We will be submitting the portion of our work on the pump house that was not covered by the debt certificates that were issued to DCEO for the $500,000 that they had previously allocated for general infrastructure improvements in the village. And finally, our engineers have begun the environmental review that is required before we can begin pulling down funds from the federal funding that we received through Congressman Caston's office for the water lining projects on Joliet and Roofers Roads. We have applied for a grant from the Mental Health Commission of Lyons Township to help cover salaries related to services for older adults in the community. Grant awards will be announced May 19th. Our partners at Aging Care Connections also applied for funding to continue the senior luncheons that take place here third Thursday of every month. Christina mentioned events that the township is doing. That is one that they've been consistently supporting in partnership with us in Aging Care Connections. Today, the Mental Health Commission of Lyons Township hosted a seminar here for mental health first aid for youth, and we had 10 folks from the community participate in that and learning how to work with youth who are going through mental health crises. So in a lot of ways, we're reaching out to our partners and being collaborative and helping host and partnering with them on these types of opportunities that benefit our residents. Finally, President Wittenberg and I have been meeting with grantors that have funds available for us, and we're laying out a calendar of grant opportunities so that we're prepared and thinking ahead strategically to grants as they become available, and so we won't miss any of those opportunities. Recently, we had a team of master students from UIC. They used last year's community survey that was completed as the basis for creating a draft dashboard of key performance indicators showing how we're doing as an organization in serving the public and meeting our goals. And they have also updated that survey to administer again this year so that we can begin to track performance over time. We will refine that dashboard, post it online. We've also been encouraged to apply for the next round of students to work on, and these are master's level students at UIC, and they would work on taking the next step with that survey, even conducting the survey, compiling the results, and doing some analysis for us to help us with that dashboard. So that's something that I know was discussed during my interview process. How do we get out to the public what we're doing and how well we're doing? So that's something that's been on my mind since I started. Finally, there's an NIU internship opportunity. I'll be in DeKalb on May 29th to interview candidates for our internship. We've already had several applicants. And this is part of the NIU Masters in Public Administration program, and that internship program would be for 2 years. It's the same thing that Andy Farini did here, and he has gone on to big and great things. Andres did an internship through this program, and he came here, which is bigger and better than anything. So we are looking forward to participating in that. So that's my report.
Thank you. That's very nice. Thank you for doing that. Could we please have Department Head Coons do a report, please?
Thank you. Just a couple of updates here. The road program, we have 2 items on there that have been worked on. The reclamite was done. It was completed about 2 weeks ago. I believe it was pretty successful. I don't think we got very many phone calls or anything on that. I think it was pretty quiet, which we were happy to see that that went without too much of a hitch. The rest of the road program, the Cherokee loop over there is being done right now. They put the binder down today, and we were a little bit behind because we were waiting for the blacktop to be made and pass inspection. So now we got that. They're looking to possibly finish the paving on Monday, weather permitting. Today they also finished the various patching that we had throughout town, and then we have a small ditching project that we're working on as well, and they put the dirt down for that. We're just waiting on the sod. So hopefully, if everything goes well, we'll be finishing up the road program by next week. A couple other projects we were working on with M.E. Simpson. We had our leak survey done. It was completed, and they found a couple of leaks. We had one valve in a vault that was leaking. We had that repaired already. They found a couple of small leaks throughout town that I am scheduling to have repaired, one tomorrow and possibly 2 next week. They also did the valve turning program, and that went well as well. I haven't gotten the reports back on either one of these yet, but they were keeping in touch with me to let me know what problems they had, and so far it seems like it was pretty successful. Some of the pump house updates. The floor was completed, so I was talking to Gavin. I'd like to get some really quality before and after pictures of things so that we can show where our tax dollars are going and the differences made. It's quite overwhelming how different it looks, and obviously modern technology is paying off too. We're also getting quotes for the new roof, which was budgeted for this fiscal year. So I have 2 quotes so far. I want to get a 3rd quote on that. The Public Works Department took possession of our new pickup truck and had the whole plow package on that and everything, and the Tommy Gate. So we have that. We're just now trying to get the decals put on. I've got to order them. Probably going to place tomorrow. I just got the quotes today. As Eileen mentioned, the Heritage Center was demolished, and they restored it with landscaping, and the Public Works Department is watering it to make sure that the grass comes in and maintaining that area. The community garden plots have been brought up to speed. We took some of the old dirt out, put some new soil in there. So everything's ready to go there. And I want to mention that on April 25th, we celebrated Arbor Day, planted a marmo maple, had a really good turnout, and a nice luncheon over at the Public Works Department with staff and some of our members here. So that's my report.
Thank you. Chief Walsh.
Since the last village board meeting, I don't know if how many are aware, but Corporal Milas was struck while driving an Indian Park squad car by a distracted driver. He was treated and released at LaGrange Hospital. He was upset with himself because he said he thought he was in better shape. And I said, well, there was airbag deployment, number 1. Number 2, consult your birth certificate. So, but he's back to work. He's doing fine. Secondly, the Easter egg hunt, I had so many compliments, and people, the one lady said she'd been coming there for 7 years, and it just keeps getting better. So it was a great success. Third, we have the speed data sign. Officer Majewski he's not training an officer next week, so he'll be able to mess around and try to get all the computations right. I've been working with the mayor, and some of the speeds are a little corrupted, so we got to get that squared away, but we're working on it. The sign's been up since May 1st, the new one, and we're going to get that squared away. Officer Majewski will have that by next week. He's also the truck traffic officer. Last meeting, I was talking to a citizen that was concerned about trucks cutting through their area. Public Works put up no truck traffic signs there. We haven't seen many. The only one that was pulled down was actually making a delivery. What we're trying to do is find out why they were coming. They'd be coming through in allocation around. I think it's a GPS problem, but we can't solve it till we know where they're going and where they're coming from to see if maybe that is being put in wrong. But we haven't had that problem, or I haven't heard of it. I'm going to have to check, I believe her name is Karen, I'll check with her and see what's going with that. We had a police fire commission meeting yesterday. We're going to go on a blue line to seek more part-time officers and also see if we can get some laterals, because we do have, I want to have a mix of young and old, because there's only so many activities I could put the young officers on to keep them involved. So if we get some officers that are retired that want to come here and work their shift and not be part of a task force or something, that's what I'm trying to do to keep a balance. And lastly, and most importantly, it's been confirmed by WGN that the Pope is a Sox fan.
I heard he was a Cubs fan. Wow, that's, thank you for that update, because I heard the opposite. Yeah, yeah, they both need divine intervention. And add the Bears on that, too. And probably the Blackhawks, right? Yeah, all of the teams. So I appreciate everybody coming out tonight. I think we're at the time right now. We can make a motion for adjournment.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
No closed session tonight. Can we have a roll call vote, please? Or I guess I can do a voice vote, right? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The meeting is adjourned. Thank you very much.